Good evening. It's 7 o'clock, so I'll call to order the May 1st, 2025 regular board meeting of the Downers Grove Park District. 18, we have a roll call, please.
Mr. Bender.
Aye.
Mr. Dahlstrom.
Aye.
Mr. Katsula.
Aye.
Mr. Lot.
Aye.
Ms. McDonald.
Okay. Next up, pledge of allegiance. Yes, if I need to join us. I pledge allegiance
To the flag. To the republic. Which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
We can just remove the next item, A5.
Okay. On to communication. First opportunity for any recognition of visitors. I see we have some in the audience tonight. Would anybody care to speak at this point? Well, thank you. Do we have any?
There's no online visitors.
So we'll move along. Any written correspondence, Bill?
We have no written correspondence.
Move on to the consent agenda.
Thanks. We just have a couple items for your consideration under consent this evening. Approval of minutes, April 17th, 2025, regular session and closed session minutes. Acceptance of the 2-page canvas for the consolidated general election of April 1st, 2025.
I'll move for the adoption of the consent agenda as written into the record.
Second. Oh, I'm sorry, John. That's okay.
And moved and seconded, any other questions or discussion on it? Any other? If not, I'll ask for the roll call, please.
Mr. Bender.
Aye.
Mr. Lot.
Aye.
Mr. Dahlstrom.
Aye.
Mr. Katsula.
Next up is board business. It's going way too fast. So, I've got a few comments if you don't mind. Can I go to the podium? Sure. Thank you. First off, I have a story. I first started working for my local park district when I was 15 years old. But it's not going to be that long. So I enjoyed the work, and since then I've always been a supporter of community parks and recreation. Fast forward several years to just recently, or several years ago, when I decided I'd like to be a park commissioner. It was something I thought I could do just to help out. I never really had considered it before that time, and I just wanted to help out. So as it turns out, all of you have helped me. From the start, I was impressed with everything that was in place and the future plans for the park district. My time on the board has just been a great experience for me. We all heard Sandra's list of accomplishments at the last meeting, and I am proud to have been a part of those while I've been on the board. It's amazing that also many of those accomplishments occurred despite a pandemic. So thank you to all the staff. You've always been very responsive and thorough. Bill, you, along with everyone else on staff, have established a culture for a great work environment. So thank you. I'm sorry that Sandra couldn't be here tonight for one more thank you, but I've always appreciated her input. John, Brett, and Craig, the residents of Downers Grove are fortunate to have you in place, and I thank you for helping me while I've been on the board. It's always been nice to have a cohesive group with diverse backgrounds. Thank you. Giselle and Pam, congratulations on your election. I'm sure everyone looks forward to both of you being a part of a great organization, and your time and talents you are going to be a welcome addition. So I do also have another person I should thank, and that is a former member of the Downers Grove Park District staff. This staff person has helped me assess public opinions, find some park areas, and evaluate programs and facilities. This mystery former staff member is my wife, Heather, who is a former employee of the Downers Grove Park District working at Maple Grove Day Camp, circa 1900. Thank you all, and I look forward to seeing you all at future events.
The commissioner comments. Mr. President, may I have leave to speak from the lectern? May. Okay, I gotta be, I'm not afraid to use. So this week was at the IAPD Legislative Conference in Springfield with hundreds of parks and rec professionals from all over the state. And it's easily noticeable that each of them loves what they do because what they get to do is deliver what is unequivocally a good service to all who get to, avail themselves of the services of Parks and Recs. And this is a profession that Bob Catula chose. I don't exactly know how many years ago. I don't need to know exactly how many years ago, and dedicated his, entire professional life to. And I think it's such an excellent profession. It's such an excellent decision. I've obviously come into this as a board member, but to do it every day, as this entire staff does, as Bob did, is such a great thing that you get to do. So, for 45 years, I guess. I was thinking it was more like 25 years, but that plaque says something else. Bob made sure there was a pool for kids to swim in, athletics leagues for people of all ages to enroll in, parks to play in, and as evidenced by his 2005 award from the 500-member Hinsdale Paddle Tennis Association, he made sure there was paddle tennis courts to paddle tennis in. About 6 years ago, Bob came back to the parks world as a commissioner here in Downers Grove, and we've all been the better for it. Bob was and is an avid user of the district services, including through his participation in the Belmont Golf Leagues, his visits to the rec center, where according to Commissioner Lunt, he was lapping Commissioner Lunt around the track there, so he makes a good enough use of that facility to outpace one of the fastest people I've ever met. Bob has embraced the pickleball that has defined this generation of park districting and has always been a frequent surveyor and guardian of Prince Pond. When I joined the board, Bob was the first commissioner to ask to meet me outside of the board. And we, grabbed a drink somewhere a couple of times actually, and was able to get to know him. And I think that's such an important thing to do. It's something I hope we do with the new board members, is get to know each other as more than just board members, but as people. So I really did appreciate that when I first joined and didn't know anybody and didn't know who to talk to. And I'm always going to be grateful for that. Bob has always been the commissioner to catch every mention of the Downers Grove Park District program or event in the media. He always brings those to the meeting so we can see it. I always appreciate that because I do like seeing what is out there, and you're always finally in tune to that. So I appreciate you bringing those to the meeting. But what I am going to miss about having Bob as the president is his unassuming Bob Newhart-like style delivery of just puns and self-deprecating jokes, and the way that you don't see them come up and they just all of a sudden sneak in there and they're hilarious. And I, am always been a huge fan of a pun, but nobody does it quite as stealthily as Bob does. We know this won't be the last we see of Bob, but on behalf of the staff, the board, the thousands of lives that you touched throughout your whole career, we want to say thank you for your service and commitment to Parks and Rec and the community that they engender. Thank you, Bob, for being here. And we do have something to provide you with on your way out the door. So we do have this plaque commemorating 6 years on the board and over 45 years of leadership in Parks and Recreation. I want to make sure we got those. Our latest ribbon cutting with Bob, President, wielding the scissors as he wields the gavel. Thank you very much, Bob.
Thank you. And just thank you all. It's been a great experience for me. So appreciate meeting all of you. Again, as you said, I'll see you at the next event. So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other comments? We can move on to any unfinished business.
We have none.
And no new business,
No new business.
special order of business. So next up on the agenda is
To turn over to the secretary for the oath of office.
So we now do the special order of business. We're gonna start with Pamela Johnson. Would like to come up here, we'll just do it here. Yeah, that's it. Okay, over here. Raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Pam Johnson,
Having been elected to the office of Commissioner in the Park District of Downers Grove
having been elected to the position of Commissioner in the Park District of Downers Grove
in the County of DuPage,
in the County of DuPage,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United
and the
States
Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Park District Commissioner according to my best ability. I will slow down, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Park District Commissioner according to my best ability.
of the office of Park District Commissioner to the best of my ability.
Thank you. Welcome to the board.
Okay.
All right, Giselle. My first swearing in, I didn't know how many words. Fewer, shorten it. All right. I state your name,
I, Giselle Walsh,
having been elected to the office of Commissioner in the Park District of Downers Grove
having been elected to the office of Commissioner in the Park District of Downers Grove
in the County of DuPage,
in the County of DuPage,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of
and
Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of
the duties of
the office of Park District Commissioner according to the best of my ability.
the office of the duties of Park District Commissioner to the best of my ability.
Thank you. Welcome to the board. Need your signatures on these later.
Okay.
So. Next.
You can't have the gavel.
Can't take your name tag.
All right, so our next order of business. Our next order of business is to adjourn sine die. We're doing this as a voice vote, so all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, mimic a horse. The ayes have it. We are adjourned sine die. Our next order of business, at 7:14 PM will be to convene our next meeting. And to do that, we will need our officially sworn in board members. The moment changing of the name plates. At 7:14 PM, we will convene the first meeting of the new Downers Grove Park District Board of Commissioners. Dean, can you please take the roll?
Mr. Bender,
Here.
Mr. Dahlstrom,
Here.
Ms. Johnson,
Here.
Mr. Lunt,
Here.
Ms. Welch.
Here.
Our first order of business as a new board is to elect officers of the board. I would like to take this opportunity to nominate Commissioner Lunt to be board president. Commissioner Lunt has been on the board for 2 years now. He has been very active in working with staff and getting to events and taking trainings and going to Springfield and going to conferences. I know he spent a lot of time, going to the office, talking to staff, and 24 hours ago, officially retired. So.
I'll second.
Can we get a second? Great. Do we have any other nominations?
I move to nominate Brett Bender for vice president.
Oh, we gotta elect.
Oh, yes.
Any other nominations for president?
Sorry.
I should have-
Jumping the gun here. Yeah.
Any more nominations for president? Hearing none. Dean, can you open the roll for the nomination of Craig Lunt as?
Mr. Bender,
Aye.
Mr. Dahlstrom,
Aye.
Ms. Johnson,
Aye.
Mr. Lunt,
Aye.
Ms. Welch.
And I will now hand the meeting over to our new president.
Thank you. This time I'll take nominations for vice president of the board.
Now I can move. To nominate Brett Bender for vice president.
I second that nomination. Are there any other nominations? Then the nomination is closed. I'll ask the secretary to go ahead and read the roll call.
Mr. Dahlstrom.
Aye.
Mr. Lunt,
Aye.
Mr. Bender,
Aye.
Ms. Johnson,
Aye.
Ms. Welch.
Aye.
This time I'll take nominations for the position of secretary of the board. This time I'd like to nominate Mr. Bill McAdam as secretary of the board.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any other nominations? Nominations are closed. May we have the roll call, please?
Mr. Lunt,
Aye.
Mr. Bender,
Aye.
Mr. Dahlstrom.
Aye.
Ms. Johnson, sorry, Ms. Johnson,
Aye.
Ms. Welch.
And then the last nominations at this point in time, I'd like to nominate Commissioner Dahlstrom as treasurer. The board is longtime treasurer.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any other nominations? Hearing none, nominations are closed. May we have the roll call, please?
Mr. Lunt,
Aye.
Mr. Bender,
Aye.
Mr. Dahlstrom.
Aye.
Ms. Johnson.
Aye.
Ms. Welch.
At this time, I'd like to make a recommendation that the elections are hereby over, that the board of directors are now seated.
Next, staff makes some recommendations of various appointments that is appointed by the president and then confirmed by the full board by roll call. The recommendations, first recommendation is to appoint myself as C-SPAR Southeast Association Special Parks and Recreation Representative with Deputy Director Eric Brown serving as the alternate.
We have a motion for the recommendation of Executive Director Bill McAdam as a C-SPAR representative and with Deputy Director Eric Brown serving as the alternate.
You would just make the appointment. So if you so move the appointment, then you can
So
just
moved.
ask the dean to call the roll.
Okay, so moved.
Mr. Bender,
Aye.
Mr. Dahlstrom.
Aye.
Ms. Johnson.
Aye.
Mr. Lunt,
Aye.
Ms. Welch.
The next staff recommendation for appointments is for Paul File as the ADA, Americans with Disability Act Coordinator, along with the appointment of myself and Nadine Wazinski as FOIA officers for the Freedom of Information Act and Opens Meeting Act representatives.
I hereby make those appointment recommendations.
Mr. Bender,
Aye.
Mr. Dahlstrom.
Aye.
Ms. Johnson.
Aye.
Mr. Lunt,
Aye.
Ms. Welch.
And finally, staff recommends making the appointment of Ansel Link as the Downers Grove Park District's legal counsel.
And how long is this term for?
You make those as annual, but we don't have a contract with them, so the board can make a change in appointment at any time.
At this point in time, I recommend to the board of directors that we appoint Ansel Glink as our legal counsel. Any comments, concerns? Hearing none.
Mr. Bender,
Aye.
Mr. Dahlstrom.
Aye.
Ms. Johnson. Aye. Mr. Lunt,
Aye.
Ms. Welch.
Aye.
Of course, they have a job. So what do we have? Any new business?
No, you're on, we have another opportunity for president commissioner comments.
Oh, okay. Any other, I have no further comments. Again, what you had said in your remarks to Bob and quite appropriate. We're gonna miss you. I know I am for sure. Commissioners, do you have any comments?
None for me.
Welcome to our new members and look forward to working with you all.
Thank you. Me too.
And we have any unfinished business?
We do not.
New business.
We do not. Other than meetings aren't this short usually.
Okay.
Do we have any need for executive session?
We do not.
Okay. Take a motion to adjourn, or I have to then set the next meeting date, correct?
Yeah, you just state the next meeting date and then look for a motion second to adjourn.
The next meeting of the Downersville Park District Board will be held May 15, 2025 at the Recreation Center, the multi-purpose. Then I ask for a adjourn,
I move to adjourn.
second.
I second.
Please.
I second.
Hey, Mr. Bender,
Aye.
Ms. Welch.
Aye.
Mr. Dahlstrom.
Aye.
Ms. Johnson. Aye. Mr. Lunt.
Aye.